Hey everyone, it's Brock and Abigail, and today we want to talk about some back to school tips. You know, heading back to school isn't just about memorizing your schedule or surviving the cafeteria food. Stepping into those middle school hallways as a Christian can actually feel a lot like stepping right onto a spiritual battlefield. It's an intense, loud environment. But hey, here's the really good news. You're not walking in unprepared. You're fully equipped to not just survive this year, but to absolutely thrive and make a massive impact.
So how do you actually survive middle school without totally losing your mind? Look, I get it. It can be incredibly overwhelming stepping into those hallways. There's a lot going on. You've got homework, friendships, peer pressure, sports practices, and so much more. It honestly feels like you're trying to solve a giant puzzle, but someone keeps hiding the pieces. But hey, the good news? You can totally handle this when you build on the right foundation.
Okay, let's dive right into this. To help center your daily life on Jesus this school year, we've got 4 tips for you. Number 1, choose good friends. Number 2, be a great friend. Number 3, be a good student. And number 4, put God first.
All right, we're kicking things off with pillar number 1, choosing good friends. It is so incredibly easy to just kind of slide into the wrong crowd, right? Sometimes you just want to feel accepted, and you might be tempted to compromise your values just to fit in. But God actually gives us a really specific warning about this. In 1 Corinthians 15:33, it says, "Don't be fooled by those who say such things, for bad company corrupts good character." We become like the people we hang out with. So if your friend group are people who don't respect the teacher, make bad decisions outside of class, and are mean to other kids, odds are those negative qualities will rub off on you too.
Yeah, instead of compromising, you've got to be intentional about building a high quality squad. You want friends who are honest, respectful, kind to others, and committed to doing the right thing. Because here's the secret. When you surround yourself with people that actually encourage you and share your values, it becomes so much easier to stand strong in your faith. You don't have to fight that current of the world all by yourself.
Which leads perfectly into pillar number 2, be a great friend. You know, finding great friends actually starts with being a great friend. And every single day, you're going to face this massive contrast. On one side, you have the noise. Middle school culture is filled with toxic drama, group chat rumors, and some pretty unkind comments. It's everywhere. But on the other side, you have the way Jesus wants us to act. As a follower of Jesus, you are called to look different than the drama, the bullies, and the gossip. And you literally have the power to change the atmosphere of a locker room or a classroom just by lifting others up.
And to help you do this, Ephesians 4:29 is like the ultimate daily power-up. It says, don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to those who will hear them. Just imagine walking into school every single day with that as your main goal, to just be helpful and encouraging to everyone you meet.
Try using this simple question as a literal filter on your phone and in your conversations. Will these words that I'm about to say build someone up or tear them down? Before you hit send on a text message or before you speak up in the hallway, just pause and run it through that filter. Choosing to intentionally include others and offer sincere compliments that makes you stand out in the best way possible. Not only can your words make a difference, but choose to be the person who includes the one that nobody hangs out with and stand up for the students that are getting bullied.
Moving right along to pillar number 3, be a good student. See, your faith isn't just about what you do at church on Sunday. It deeply matters in how you handle your everyday academic responsibilities. Staying organized and respecting your teachers are super practical ways to honor God because, well, He's a God of order and He tells us to work hard. So here are 3 quick steps to conquer the daily chaos. Step 1, use a planner or a digital calendar to track those assignments. Step 2, pack your backpack the night before. Seriously, this will save your mornings. And step 3, make a conscious decision to respect your teachers and give them your full cooperation. Managing your schedule well, it's an absolute game changer for reducing daily stress.
And if you're ever sitting there wondering why you should even try on a super boring assignment, check out Colossians 3:23. It says, "Work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people." This is a game changer kind of verse. It literally turns your everyday effort in the classroom into an actual act of worship. Working hard means you're representing Jesus to everyone who's watching.
And finally, our 4th and most vital pillar, put God first. This is the absolute anchor for navigating your school year successfully. Honestly, everything else falls apart without this one. The crucial point here is that you simply cannot give away God's love to your classmates if you're running on an empty spiritual tank. You have to make that shift from a Sunday-only faith to an everyday active faith. Don't just visit Jesus on Sundays. Invite Jesus right into your math tests, your sports practices, and even the cafeteria.
And Jesus actually explains exactly how this works in John 15:5. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Remaining in Jesus is literally the only way to keep your spiritual tank full. If you disconnect from the vine, you're going to dry up. But if you stay connected, you'll produce so much good fruit like patience, kindness, and joy in your daily life at school.
And staying connected to Jesus also means staying connected to his people. Hebrews 10:25 says, let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another. When middle school gets overwhelming, and guys, it for sure will, having a safe place with friends who love Jesus is crucial. Making church a priority gives you a dedicated place to recharge and be reminded of who you truly are.
Yeah, and on a practical level, this looks like building everyday faith habits. Things like spending time in daily prayer, reading the Bible, and attending your youth group or small groups throughout the week. These aren't just religious chores you have to check off. They're your lifelines. They keep you connected to your church community and totally grounded in your true identity in God.
Heading back to class honestly doesn't have to be a scary, overwhelming thing. By intentionally choosing good friends, building others up, managing your habits, and above all, keeping God first, you can completely transform your year. Jesus has fully equipped you to not just survive, but to truly thrive. So as you pack up your backpack and head out the door this year, I want you to ask yourself, how will you change the atmosphere of your school by bringing God into it?